Western Australia's coastline offers up some of the most pristine waters found anywhere on the planet. With that comes some of the world's best seafood, no more so than the Western rock lobster. Caught wild and fresh every day, consumers from all over the world enjoy this WA delicacy in many fine restaurants, prepared by award-winning chefs. It's a versatile, easy-to-use seafood product. But it's not as hard as you think to enjoy this amazing produce at home. Award-winning chef and restaurateur Pete Manifest is the West Australian Seafood Ambassador and the perfect person to show you how to prepare your very own Western rock lobster.
Forget what you've seen on TV. I'm going to show you how to humanely put a lobster to sleep. The first one is nice salt water from the ocean, bag of ice like a slurry, put the lobster straight into there 10 to 15 minutes. If you haven't got the salt water from the ocean, you can pop them into the freezer for about the same amount of time. We'll go into the colours of the lobster. It's a natural variation through the season. Depending on what time of the year it is, light ones and darker ones. Now, to know that they're ready for preparation, turn them on their back, pull their tail back. If they don't kick back in, you know they're ready to go. So I'm going to show you how to prepare a raw lobster for sashimi, carpaccio, ceviche, you choose. I'm going to grab him out of the slurry, drain him off, put him onto your board, lay him out, grab a nice thin knife. You just want to pop the air sac in the head, just like that, over the top, and then flip him over. And put your knife straight through there, trying to get as much meat out of that lobster as possible. Then take some scissors and just cut him down the back. All the way down to the end. That way the meat doesn't stick to the shell. Straight up. Rather than struggling, just grab your knife and just run it around the shell just to make sure you're getting all that meat out of it. When they're fresh lobster, sometimes the meat can stick to the shell and you'll get too much wastage. Great. Then your hand in and pull him out like that. And then just cut it up nice and thin. Pop him on the plate. And then finish off with your soya and wasabi and your little seaweeds in there as well. And there you have it. So guys, I'm going to show you how to split and grill a lobster. First of all, on your bench, lay them out nice and flat, make sure your board's nice and secure. Grab your knife and go straight through the back. Spin him around. Sometimes the head with the big ones can be a little bit firmer. If you want to grab your scissors and use your scissors, you can do that. Or if you've got a nice sharp knife, you can go straight down the middle. If you're not confident with the knife for the whole thing, use the scissors exactly the same way. Cut, 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 and then through the head, each half of it like that. Now, with the head, this is my most favourite part. This is all the beautiful mustard, and you can see all that water in there, all that sea water. What you don't want to do is wash all that out. If you don't want to eat all this, rinse this part under the tap, so that way you're only pulling out all the head meat. I'm going to leave it in. Onto your tray, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of pepper. Drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to go to my preheated barbecue. So we're just going to close the lid up. These are going to take about 5 to 6 minutes to cook, and in that time I'm just going to make up a quick little salad. Now in that time, these lobsters are going to be ready to flip. So flip him over. I'm going to drizzle a little bit of extra virgin olive oil over the top, just to keep the moisture in. So these are ready to come out. I'm going to lift the lid. You can see they're still a little bit opaque in there, in the centre of them. Now remembering that these lobsters have got residual heat cooking. Like any seafood, it's going to keep cooking through. So on my plate, my lobster, my tomato salad over the top, There we go. Drizzle that little bit of extra virgin olive oil and lemon juice dressing over the top. And there you have it, split lobster, charcoal grilled, really simple. If you want to use Western rock lobster without the shell, I find the best way to cook it is boiling. I'm going to show you a simple salad, makes it nice and easy, but the first thing we need to do is boil the lobster. I've got some boiling water here. We need 17 grams of salt to the litre. I've got a little 400 gram lobster here. I'm going to put him straight into the boiling water. Lid on. Now for a 400 grammer, it's going to take 8 to 10 minutes. For a 500 grammer, 10, 11 minutes, and a 600 grammer, probably around 12 to 15 minutes. Now, I'm going to go straight to my salad. Now the first thing we need is a mandolin. This makes a home cook or a chef's job really easy. I'll grab my bowl. Now, some beautiful great southern New Season apples. We're just going to put him over. Then, some fantastic little Lebanese cucumbers. Again, over the mandolin as well. I'm going to put the salad aside. I'm going to grab my ice slurry up here, salted water preferably, lots of ice. It's going to slow the cooking process. Our lobster's been cooking for 10 minutes. Grab him out, straight into our ice water. We want to try to get that chilled to about 2 degrees. Now this little beauty's been chilling for about 15 minutes. Drain the water off. Now I'm going to show you how to take the shell. Get a little thin knife, again, like the raw lobster, just run your knife around the back and through the head, just up trying to get all the meat out. Then, cook perfectly. Now, I'm just gonna, again, crush down and then peel it like it's a prawn. And with the tail, I just put my fingers through and out it comes, and look at that, all the tube as well. And then medallions, like that. You can see there's no opaqueness through it, it's white all the way through, beautiful white and clean. Finish the salad with a dash of the Shaoxing wine, a little bit of soy sauce. I'm gonna arrange the lobster on the plate. Then we're gonna pop our salad just on the side. And we're gonna finish off with a little bit of picked coriander and a little drizzle of that juice. And there you have a beautiful boiled lobster to make the difference. So this is my favourite way to cook Western rock lobster, steamed Chinese style. I find it the ultimate because the flavour's captured within the shell. The lobster starts at 400, 500 and 600 grams. Each one of those needs a different cooking time. For the 400 grammers, around 10 to 12 minutes. For the 500 grammers, 12 to 14. And for the 600 grammers, 14 to 16 minutes. It's better that the lobster's kept a little bit undercooked rather than over. So I've got a 400 grammer today. I've got my steamer ready to go. I'm gonna pop him into the top of the steamer, put the lid on, 8 minutes before we have to check it. Now I'm going to go into the ingredients for the dressing. We've got some beautiful shallots, some fresh ginger, a little bit of soy sauce, and then also some wonderful Shaoxing wine. So I reckon this little beauty's ready. So I'll grab my tongs, lift the lid up, and I want to run my knife through the shell of the back end, and then again through the top end. Now, I open that up, that's absolutely perfect. Just a little bit opaque in the middle. Pop the lobster onto the plate, get your beautiful Chinese style dressing, and then drizzle with a little bit of extra of that dressing over the top of the lobster. And then there you have it, my favourite steamed lobster, Chinese style. Just a recap on a few handy tips when cooking the Western rock lobster. First of all, the strength of the heat and the size of your lobster all affects cooking times. Second, the salt, making sure that 17 grams of salt to the litre, or preferably using the ocean water. Last but not least, chilling. That 2 degrees is super important, making sure that you drop your steamed or boiled lobster into your ice slurry If you haven't got a nice slurry, pop it into the freezer for 10 to 15 minutes to chill down. So don't be afraid when cooking Western rock lobster for family and friends.